The site was 825 East Washington Street and the furniture and hosiery capital of the world. In the wake of the February 1 sit-in at the Greensboro Woolworth's lunch counter, the civil rights activists of High Point were putting together their own demonstration of civil disobedience. William Penn High School, the city's lone bastion of secondary education for the area's so-called Negro and so-called colored population, was a recruitment target for participants in the planned demonstration. On February 11th, under the direction of Reverend B. Elton Cox, 26 high school students left the campus of William Penn High School in a determined march to the downtown locale of the city. All but 2 of the students were William Pennites, as they were affectionately known during that time. The other 2 were a pair of sisters who had integrated the city's white high school, High Point Central. In a disciplined march, the students headed west on the East Washington Street on a predetermined path to the local Woolworth's lunch counter. Woolworth's was the most visible storefront in the 5 and 10 or dime store district. While Negroes were welcome to spend their money throughout the stores, they were forbidden to sit at the lunch counters for service. They could wait to be served at the end of the counter or out of the way of the white clientele. My memories of those weekly visits to the dime stores are accented by the aromas of roasting of Spanish peanuts, the popping of corn, the chocolate candies, and the hard rock candies. I also remember the slaps in the face of the water faucet for coloreds within the eyesight of water coolers for whites. I also remember the poorly kept bathroom for coloreds within eyesight of the bathroom for whites. Such was the segregated South. Jim Crow, in his flaunted entitlement, wielded an iron fist over the resident Negroes. They dared not complain or show other signs of disagreement with the norm. When the 26 colored kids who constituted the body of disobedience reached Woolworth's, they were greeted with looks of incredulity. Surely they wouldn't, but they did. Each one sat at the counter with study materials, which they deployed on the counters. They were not served, so they studied. One of those students was a senior preparing for her post-high school education. Mayella Presley was the 3rd of 11 children of Jim and Luella Presley. She had never espoused any ideas of civil disobedience during her home life, so it was quite the surprise that she had chosen to participate in such an open display. As an adult, Mayella always declined opportunities to speak of or take bows for her participation in that historical event. She was as the soldier who is moved by the moment and the compulsion to serve. Her service completed, she returned to her norm. It was my honor to follow in her footsteps 6 years later during the final Civil Rights March in High Point. Mayella is sorely missed. She loved God, family, and dancing.